In the 2020s, a pandemic crippled the world. Some panicked, some denied it. These two guys stayed home, drank, and watched movies. These are the Jaymeson tapes. I feel like I want to jump out of my skin. I have
Yeah,
so much energy right now. I'm so pumped. And it could
there's
be three things of absinthe, but it's probably mostly, I hit my microphone. It's probably mostly the fucking thing we just watched.
I'm feeling it. It has been a vodka night over here. I started the evening with it was like, all right, what's a good starting drink? We don't have any mixers. Okay. I'll make a DoorDash order to get mixers. But I have to record this pre-thing with Abysme. So what do we got? I have vodka and orange juice. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of vodka I just poured into this glass. So it has been vodka night because after the way too powerful screwdriver, I have had this is my third Moscow Mule.
I started with Schoof, which is a Belgian beer company that Paprika won't shut up about because she went to Belgium and she's all about the Belgian beers, and it was delicious, don't get me wrong. But then I went on to three things of absinthe, which I don't regret whatsoever because they're amazing. But I have not felt this amp like I feel like I want to punch a wall and play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 really badly.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Jaymeson tapes, where we're going to play Tony Hawk and punch a wall. No, we're not going to do that. I am Alan, and I host this show with Abysme, and
Hello.
we just watched a movie,
An anthology.
an anthology film. And really quickly touching on anthology films, I have previously seen every entry into this series, and in general, I'm a fan. It's a very hit or miss series for me, but you're allowed to do that in an anthology series.
Correct.
Even Creepshow, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies, is an anthology film, and there's the one I could skip.
And it's almost better for that.
Yeah.
You know? Like you're allowed anthologies are an opportunity for experimentation and things are allowed to fail. That's okay.
So what we watched is VHS 99, the as of this recording, latest in the VHS series, though they've already greenlit another one.
Thank God. Oh my God, is it going to be early aughts?
I think it might.
Alan, if it's early aughts, we have to watch it.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it anyway, whatever it is.
I'm so amped right now. If it's fucking early aughts stuff, oh my God.
It's something that would still interest us. It is VHS 85 is going to be the next one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 80s is good. Sooner, honestly.
Yeah, the one before this was VHS 94, which was real good. Maybe again some weak points, but one particularly strong one that everyone loves and adores. But we're not talking about that one. We're talking about first randomly. I'm going to mention that the only Belgian beer I think I've had is Hoegaarden, which is pretty good. I'm a fan of wheat beers, and that is almost a doughy wheat beer.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, we watched VHS 99, and we have some thoughts. So let's just get this out of the way.
Woo!
As hard as the movie got it out of the way. The first two shorts in this anthology feature are mediocre.
They're all right.
They're fine.
They're perfectly good. Good, A for effort on both of them.
The other three in this film fucking rule.
Like, you're playing fucking Area 51 and you just got 3 power-ups in a row and shit ain't stopping.
It's like when you finally unlock Spider-Man in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop on these last 3. Holy shit.
So
and we were like, I don't think we were ever like down bad about it at any point. We were like, yeah, there's good and bad to these two.
Yeah.
And then the third one kicks in and we're just like, it's speechless.
Yeah, and I think you made the same point about the first two, and I want to agree that they both had moments where they should have just ended and then it just kept going.
Yeah, they had very logical ending points that would have been really good buttons that just allow you to kind of like make up in your mind what happens afterwards. And they're very logical conclusions, but they are just it feels a little bit indulgent, these endings that are just kind of like, and then we also had this gore effect to use, and we wanted to use it because we had it. I'm like, oh, but
I
did
will
should you have?
I will say that's very indicative of VHS as a series.
Mhm.
They like to show their payoff.
And
Um,
I can't hate that. I have not seen as much VHS as you, but I will say, restraint is a good thing.
I guess let's get started with our first short, which is it was entitled "Shredding," and it kind of gives us like it offers a vibe I would have liked to seen, and it does not capture that vibe very well.
Yes.
Which is straight up like CKY Jackass, as well as like old school skating videos, which
Yeah.
early CKY videos had a lot of that.
It's cutting between like there's there's this tween band called Rack that is putting on this segment, and then it's intersplicing with other skating videos that could be like MTV esque, like gorilla shit. And we kept going like, oh well, no, stay on that. I want to see that. Oh, okay, never mind. We're talking about the band. There's nothing wrong with the band, but it's like very clear that there's two different sources of media here,
Yeah,
and it should be cohesive, but it's jarring.
the
They're so different that I'm like, I want to watch the other one. Sorry.
the CKY Jackass avenue would have been a more interesting one to explore.
You know,
Um,
if I had to like write a segment for this anthology, it would be an episode of MTV2 with like Beavis and Butthead style interludes and just random bullshit, and just make that like a chaotic segment
hmm.
and just make it like really disturbing, which I kind of wish they did here, but like, whatever. I haven't made anything. What do I know?
This first one, there's a band. One of their members is Anker, and Anker's cool.
Pretty cool.
And everyone makes racist jokes about him and bullies him and the rest of the
Hmm.
band. And there is another band to start off with, a band called Bitch Cat, and they were involved in an incident during a show where there was a fire, and an attempt to get out through the fire. I think they were trampled by the audience.
Yeah, everyone died. Or
Um,
I think only they died. Yeah, only they died.
yeah. So Anker believes in like ghosts, Buddha, I believe he says,
Yes.
and that Buddha possess people and do stuff like that. And so the band Rack decide they're going to perform on the stage at the music venue where the fire happened and Bitch Cat died. And Anker, like the only member of the band who's like friendly with him is like the female lead singer. And so they get up on the stage to perform. Anker's very nervous, but everyone else in the band pretends to be possessed. And Anker gets pissed off and leaves. And even the lead singer girl who was nice to him tells him he can't take a fucking joke. And he storms off. And sorry.
Then Bitch Cat comes back from the dead and kills them all.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah. And the scene where Bitch Cat comes back like mimics like footage of them that happened earlier. And it would probably have been a great ending. That
Yeah.
is not the ending we got.
Yeah. Kind of keeps going.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, no. I guess this serves as a decent opening. I'll say that. We're still going. Okay. Are we that was your cutoff point? Why are we still showing things? This is okay, never mind. That's what we're doing. Okay, this is just a gore show now.
Yeah. Oh, VHS does that.
I I I really feel like this is overstaying its welcome. Like this is the part where we should have just ended with Player Die from the original band. Like I don't need to know that the rest of them get horribly torn apart.
Instead, they all get dismembered, and we get this ending shot of like their bodies like pieced back together to make puppets to play a Bitch Cat song. And it feels, stop me if I'm wrong, it feels kind of like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I think I made a Scooby Doo comparison it starts out strong, but it becomes so goofy that it betrays its beginning,
Yeah.
and just it kind of just we'll get to it, but you'll see why this kind of feels a little weak.
Again, probably would have been stronger if the zombie band came back and then that was it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a fine place to
everyone's
end.
everyone's death is implied. Again, this is a series that likes to show.
And it's a wonderful ghost story. Like, it's an urbex thing mashed with a skateboard video thing. Like, there's a lot of good elements, but there's a great imbalance to the elements, and that is this segment's biggest weakness. Again, I don't want to spoil much more for the future segments, but there's a lot of work put into these characters and this presentation that just is not organic enough, and it shows in later segments. But, like, at the same time, like, I don't wanna hate on this one. A lot of work went into it. I appreciate that. It's just not as strong as the others.
Yeah, maybe not a great idea to start with your weakest segment if you're trying to hook people in. But yeah, I am gonna go ahead and spoil that I think this is the weakest one.
Yeah, I would agree.
Uh,
It's very uneven, and that's to its detriment.
So yeah, that's shredding, which takes us into suicide bid, which I probably would have rated it above fine if it didn't. It's fine that there was a spooky ghoul, but the fact that there was a spooky ghoul explaining to us why they're doing spooky ghoul stuff.
That's the other problem. This one is just like we can really sum it up in a very brief amount of time. A girl at a Christian college, as we think, because there's a lot of Christian imagery everywhere, wants to join a sorority. The sorority has a hazing ritual where they bury her alive because of an urban legend about guillotine, the girl who was buried alive. And oh no, she accidentally, for real, gets buried alive. And then the guillotine ghoul is real and comes and claims her. And then revenge happens, and it's just like there was a really strong element in this episode about claustrophobia.
Yeah,
It was very well done. That portion is very well done.
I've seen it. We've seen it done better other places, but it was done pretty well here. I mean, argue about like the plot all you want. The actual discomfort I feel right now.
That's fair. Actually, yeah, drowning and claustrophobia.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
fucked. That's fucked. Yeah, absolutely. And we were on board for that. But then at the end, it just becomes so. Again, it should have just ended.
Yeah.
There's a point where her tormentors they wake up and they're all in coffins and buried underground. And we're like, oh, cool. Catharsis. Awesome.
Okay.
And then it just keeps going.
If I had done my edit of this, there would have been one shot of the spooky ghoul.
Yeah.
And it would be in at the very end. We would have got the girl, the first girl, drowning in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would have got the coffin being discovered the next day by the girls. Then from there, we would have got them going home, all waking up with the coffins, and then the one girl who like we thought was nice to her. That would have been our last closing shot. That's when we would have got the spooky ghoul. That's our ending.
Yeah. Or like even just all waking up in the coffins, I'd be fine with that. Like that's supernatural enough to imply to the audience that guillotine is like real, and I think that's perfectly good. Again, it just keeps going though.
Yeah, it sure does keep going. Well, anyways, that's two shorts. Those are done.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Here's the good part.
After those two, we get the best one of the movie.
Ooh.
The reason I was told to watch this movie. The short's called Ozzy's Dungeon, and man.
Oh boy.
Man, I don't want to I don't want to get into it too much. We just be starting the episode like, "Hi everyone. The Nickelodeon one was the best one."
Bye. We were on board from like the opening seconds of the presentation. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yes. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Yep. Yes. On board. 100%. Yes. Yep. Yes.
Holy shit. The fucking B-boy stance. Oh my god.
So we can talk about the opening seconds, which establishes a Nickelodeon-style game show called Ozzy's Dungeon with similar like slimy, gross challenges to the Nickelodeon game shows. It's like it's got like elements of Double Dare and Legends of the Hidden Temple is the obvious one.
Yeah.
But that's where it starts, and where it ends is Abysme and I losing our fucking minds.
This is more visceral than the Poughkeepsie
Yeah.
tapes. And I didn't think I would say that.
What the shit is happening?
This is so cool. Who wrote this? They're a fucking genius.
What the shit?
Whoa. Oh my god. What a beautiful idea.
Fucking kids in the helmets like kneeling to it. Oh my god. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Why is it going this
Dude.
hard?
Yes.
What? What?
This is the only one that can go this hard and it makes sense. What the fuck?
That was
Dude.
fucking incredible.
Hell yes. That was so badass.
There's the one. There it is, everybody.
I feel. How do you? I can't. I don't have time to unpack what I just saw and
No,
move on to this. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, we were not prepared.
Man, the best.
I don't want to delve into this plot because I want everyone to watch it. You know, like load this up on Shudder and just skip to this one because holy shit.
It is so good.
Like, we can splice in reactions from us, but the fact that it was co-written and directed by Flying Lotus just adds to the fucking prestige of this. Holy shit.
Yeah. Again, I was asked to watch this because I previously did the more bungee cords bit. But it's maybe one of my favorite things I've watched this year.
It's so good. It takes its source material and just twists it and runs with it, and I am so impressed. I'm so taken aback.
It has two key moments where you like think you know what this short is doing, and then it's like, guess what?
Wrong.
It's great.
Yeah, no. Beautiful. Amazing. 10 out of 10. And so we're reeling from this. Like we cannot process what we just saw. And then we segue immediately into the next segment, which is the Gawkers.
We got into this one like you could not peel the smile off of my face from what we had already watched, which is maybe a disservice to this one because it is also quite good, and probably why we liked it so much is
it's very good.
The outright nostalgia bomb that the Gawkers drops on us.
And the biggest strength of the Gawkers is that it captures an organic, actual, like you believe the acting in this one and the portrayal in this one more than you do from Shredding, which was about 90s punk kids in the suburbs. Like you really believe that these are a bunch of fucking little dickheads.
Yeah, and it is outright kind of a tribute to boner comedies and how terrible they are.
Yes.
Because it straight up kind of has a bit of the same premise that American Pie does.
Yeah, it's turning that on its head and going in a very horror direction. Just so many nostalgia bombs. Also very just like you believe the found footage aspect of the Gawkers way more than you do Shredding, because Shredding had just this issue of mixing media far too often.
Yeah.
And Gawkers was just very, very consistent in what it depicted.
Gawkers was consistent. There was bits of Shredding that felt professionally filmed.
Yeah.
And also at the same time like an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Gawkers just felt so guerrilla and just again organic compared to Shredding that I think I said it when we were watching it, like this isn't fair. Like if Ozzy's Dungeon really is just set a really high bar, and if this was any other anthology, Gawkers would probably be, one if not number 2 of the anthology.
But I think it's probably number 3.
Probably because we don't want to go. Sorry. Do we want to spoil the fucking thing of Gawkers? Like this has the girl next door, but it's not the girl next door. That's all I'm going to say for Gawkers, and it's fucking awesome. We kind of both, Alan before me, but we both kind of guessed the ending before it, but it was very rewarding,
Yeah,
and that.
it was.
So we're still
It was
riding
it
very
was a
much a
it
high
was
at this
a it was
point.
a hope it was a hopeful ending
Yeah,
prediction. Like, oh my god, are they actually gonna do this? And then they do it.
mhm. Fucking fantastic. And then we go into our final segment, to hell and back.
It's so fucking good. Yeah, no, to hell and back. I say it informed me that it was the same directors as Deadstream, which I had previously seen, and is really, really, really great. It's about two friends, Nate and Troy. They've been hired to film the activities of a witch's coven on Y2K. It is the new
Which,
year.
what an amazing perspective to take.
Yeah, I probably should have predicted Y2K would be involved because it's 1999,
Yeah,
and I lived through that shit and how big of a deal everyone thought it was.
yeah.
Nothing would have told me that we were getting a GoPro journey through hell.
I like, and the 90s was a time of a satanic panic as well. And this was just like, yeah, okay, fine. All that shit's true. Also, the videographers have been sucked through a portal to hell.
Yep,
And they wander around this amazing stage of
incredible.
just like cavernous, like hellscape. And they meet our amazing best girl, Mabel,
Mabel, uh,
who Mabel the Skullbiter.
Mabel, the film's Larry.
Oh my god, she's amazing, and she's just, like, leading him through it, going like, "Oh, yeah, you need to get to the portal to get out of here, and I'll lead you along the way." And she's, like, breaking body parts off of dead bodies and all sorts of cool shit, and Nate and Troy are, like, going through their relationship issues while they're doing this. He's like, "Are we in hell? I'm not that bad of a guy, right, dude? Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of your bullshit." Like, it's wonderful. Watch it, because 'cause I'm not gonna spoil all of
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, so good.
So good. Ends in an amazing, wholesome way that I'm not going to spoil.
Yeah, we have to make 5 cocktails.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Ooh, that might be a bit much. Because 2 of these don't deserve cocktails.
Okay,
I'm
do
sorry.
3.
Or a flight of shots, say it says. That's not a bad idea. They could be layered shots, actually. That's a good idea.
That's yeah.
Okay, okay.
So before,
So the first 2 have to be weak sauce.
yeah,
Oh, boy.
what alcohol does fucking okay?
Okay, okay. Shredding. Shredding is try hard, and suicide bid is college bullshit.
Okay,
So we can
so
easily dig into those wells.
we have shredding. We have a tween band. Okay, hear me out. It's something I don't even think you
Uh-huh.
can get anymore. But here we
Uh-huh.
go. I know it's not a shot, but a Zima.
Zima. Let's.
Or like a wine cooler.
Yeah, I would say like Bartle
Charles and
and
James.
James. Yeah.
And then
Yeah, wine
we
cooler.
move on to college.
Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, ice we go.
That's not even a shot, but I know. I'm sorry. No, it needs to be a shot. Okay, it's a bullshit shot in college.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Fireball. Fireball for suicide.
So
Bid. Sorry,
okay.
suicide. Bid.
Here is the VHS 99 suicide run.
Oh boy. And this is unfair because it's gonna like low, apex, and then slightly lower ramp, but not far off. So this is gonna be tough. Bartle and James, Fireball. What is Ozzy's dungeon? Like it's creme de la creme.
It is top shelf.
Oh, like for me, it would be Lafroig, but I'm weird and I
Um,
like very, very peaty whiskeys or scotches. Sorry.
Top shelf, but still feels like 90s retro.
What if it's a Jaeger bomb?
I think I think the Gawkers might be our Jaeger bomb.
That's fair.
Ozzy's dungeon, man, it's just got to be something really good.
It's gotta be. It's just gotta be very pure. It's gotta be really, really good. Like it's almost like it's a shot of Grey Goose. Just something really top shelf and good. Or not even like Grey Goose is good, but it's not the best vodka I've ever had. Like maybe like Reykjavik. This is asking us to like name the holy grail of liquor, and that's really tough to
It
do.
doesn't even have to be the holy grail of liquor, just like a really fucking good shot.
Yeah. Is there a really good layered shot out there? Because This has 3 different acts that are all perfect. I'm not saying it has to be 3
Okay.
layers, but it has to be dynamic.
You want 3 layers? I know we're doing a Jaeger bomb right after this.
I
But
don't care.
there's also an Irish car bomb.
Oh, but it has to be, like, the best
Yeah,
ingredients.
as far as Ozzy's Dungeon goes, you want something
Yes.
that reminds you of childhood,
Mhm.
ties in with the overall Nickelodeon theme. I've come up with the Irish creamsicle bomb.
Okay, do tell.
It is a dropped shot into orange soda because Kel loves orange soda, and
Yes,
it is a
yes,
half
on
shot
board.
of Irish cream and whipped cream vodka.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yep.
okay. Whoo, what are we calling it?
That I'd have to remember the name of what some of the obstacles were. Maybe I don't know. Ozzy's Dungeon Drop.
Sure.
The Gawkers, I think we said was a Jaeger bomb, but
Your bomb, yeah.
that's 2 bombs back to back, and then we get to Hell and back. What is the final stop on our VHS 99 marathon?
Sorry, I just want to write this down for posterity. So the Ozzy's Dungeon Drop is orange soda, and we're dropping a half shot, 2 half shots of vodka, whipped cream, and what?
Whipped cream vodka and
Uh,
Irish cream.
and Irish cream. Oh, good lord. Okay, then a Jaeger bomb, and then to hell and back.
Yeah.
Ooh, something, something, something
Yeah.
heavy, something potent.
I'm cool with the Hell and back just being like a shot of real good whiskey.
Yeah, I was gonna say bourbon, or like, you know what, like rye whiskey.
Oh, rye would be good.
Yeah,
Yes.
just something you would do at the
Yeah,
fucking crossroads.
rye feels a little more herbal, which maybe fits in with the whole witch thing that the last one had going on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, a good rye whiskey, whatever fucking bar you're at that can accommodate all this, and get a rye whiskey shot. So a wine cooler, and then Fireball, and then the Dungeon Drop, which is not even that heavy. It's just going to be very weird. Then a Jaeger bomb, which is probably going to test your metal a little bit, and then the rye. I do want to do this at some point. I don't know where the fuck
I'm going to
we're
say
gonna
to
get
everyone
all
listening
this.
overall, if there's anything you should take away from this, it's the one thing I actually kind of came up with, which is the Dungeon Drop. So overall, if we had to pick one of these drinks, it'd be the Dungeon Drop. As for everything else, yeah, that's the
It's the VHS 1999 gauntlet.
Ooh.
Ooh, props to Stage for suggesting a flight of shots, because it's pretty
Hey,
amazing.
Bisme,
Yes.
you have a spider room moment.
Ooh,
That's a hard one for this one.
That's tough. Spider room moment. It's a little obvious, but I can't say it in detail because I want people to watch it. But that one apex moment in Ozzy's dungeon where it just kind of broke us.
No, I that's really the only correct answer.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've just been so like pleasantly destroyed by a film.
I think I haven't felt this way since The Void,
Yeah.
where we just been sitting there going like, we have no words because holy shit, like that was the third act of Ozzy's Dungeon. It's that good. And who for those of you that have listened to our episode on The Void where we didn't say anything and we just sucked on movie's dick for a while, that's similar vibes.
Okay, maybe my spider room moment is when we see Anna's weird leg. Oh no! Even better. Every line of dialogue from Donna's mom.
The Sahara line. You know what?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fair. That's better. Yo, man, Sahara, shut the fuck up.
And for doing good, he was promised a Dreamcast. Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, there's just so many. Like Creed was dropped. There's so many parts that we were beside ourselves with nostalgia bombs. It hurt my poor little heart so many times.
Yeah, like straight up, we get a point where it just cuts to the TV and they're playing Resident Evil 2. And so much shit like that. That if you're not a sucker for it, like Bisme and I are, it's not going to hit you, but it hit us hard.
If you're not a '90s kid, this
Only
will
90s
not hit
kids
the same way. But Like, I'm sorry, but if I ever had to say only 90s kids,
Mhm.
this is that moment because holy fucking shit, this was written for 90s kids,
Yeah.
probably by 90s kids. Because goddamn, there's just too much. There's too many coincidences. It's laden with them, and I love it. And it hurts my soul the way nostalgia does. But I am so pumped. Like I have so much fucking
Yeah.
energy at this point. Oh man, it hyped me up so hard.
Yeah. Good.
Good, so good, so fun. Even if you're not a 90s kid, this is just again, like, maybe you'll get more out of the first two segments than we did, but the whole ride is just very enjoyable. It's so seamless and it keeps the pace really rocking, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
Well, hey everyone. Thanks for joining us. Goddamn. You kind of rocketed through that. It's so fucking good.
So good. So good. So good. Check that shit out.
If you want to suggest movies to us, maybe take a look at our list and maybe suggest bumping something up the list that you like.
Yeah.
And there's also drink recipes soon.
Yes.
But yeah. Hey, thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye. The Jaymeson Tapes is hosted and created by Alan Cheney and Abysme. If you have a movie suggestion for the podcast, please leave a comment, message us on the Creative Horror Discord, or tweet at Creative Horror with the hashtag Jaymeson Tapes. Creative Horror is a network of creators working together to build a constructive community of horror fans. Please visit us at creativehorror.com.